Francesca Albanese is going to inform us as to why Israel's claims that their economy is doing just fine because the stock market's doing well. Here's why that's not true.
Economy of occupation just turned into an economy of genocide. The Tel Aviv Stock Exchange has increased its value 179%, 70 billion in the last month alone. Why? Arms manufacturers and security/surveillance system has been profiteering a lot through the customization of weaponry and how Israel has perfected certain techniques of surveillance or hitting, killing Palestinians throughout this genocidal war.
You know, one of the things that also comes to mind when you think about the connection here as to why this is happening and why the stock shares are going up in Tel Aviv. Have you guys thought about Palantir and Alex Karp and Peter Thiel and what they have said specifically about how they are committed to helping Israel win, whatever the hell that means, and helping them with this type of technology? So you could easily see the connection here. I think that's pretty obvious. What's going on?
I have to answer this. Yes, he was wearing scrubs.
That was really important.
It was very important.
Well, it's Harashnu, so one of our top dogs.
Yes, that was my husband doing tech support, and he was wearing scrubs.
I think I would have figured that out, but I had already pulled it up. I was in the right place, so eventually I would have got it. Just saying.
Palestine has always been a laboratory for Israel, and Israel must be understood as a military state. In order to preserve itself as an ethno-state, it has had to rely significantly on the use of force, on military force. And the Palestinians have provided an endless pool of resources on which to test surveillance techniques, technology, and other kinds of weapons with zero accountability, zero scrutiny, and a lot of return. One people enriched and another erased. Israel's economy is a business of erasure, of elimination. 60,000 people have been killed. Over 100,000 have been maimed.
That number is not anywhere near as high as is actually the case. And what I would also say to anybody who says, hey, Israel's doing great, our economy has high stock prices. So what you're admitting is that you are boosting your economy through Palestinian blood. So you are openly admitting that the only way you're able to boost your economy is by producing a war economy, quote unquote, for the purpose of mass slaughter.
Well, what else do they have now? Their ports are destroyed. Their airport is destroyed. There's a whole bunch of countries that aren't trading with them because it's not worth the amount of infrastructure and whatever logistics it takes to get all the way around Africa, because they're not able to get through because of Ansar Allah in Yemen. And so there's all these problems that they're having, and not to mention, not the least of which is about 1 million of their people have evacuated. You have the entire north side has not been repopulated since it started getting attacked however long ago by Hezbollah. You have people that are pulling out of contracts, whether it's in tech or whatever else, that were supposed to be establishing. You know, Israel is a huge tech hub, like a Silicon Valley level tech hub. And there's a lot of people that have canceled deals, contracts, and pulled out of stuff. So now all they're going to have is a war economy. But the problem is that's not their economy, that's our economy. They don't really have a war economy. They don't, that's Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, all of our companies are who is providing them with the weapons, which is why it doesn't matter how high their stock market is. It matters what the people there are like. Well, it doesn't matter how high our stock market is either.
That's true.
It's kind of, that's not the measurement of, it's not a good measurement.
No, and eventually it will collapse because this can only go on for so long.
1/3 of the killed ones are children. The harm that has been done to the Palestinians is enormous and can hardly be met by justice. However, there is something absolutely abominable in the way this genocide has been committed. This is a genocide that has been enforced through weaponry, technology, and surveillance systems of the 21st century. If I look back right now, after 3 years of this mandate as a special rapporteur, I see a continuum in various pieces of work that I've done. Israel has violated the right of self-determination of the Palestinians, like the rights to exist on the little land that remains to them, politically, culturally, economically. It has strangled the possibility for them to have an economy by controlling their resources, land, water, fuel, gas, and diverting them and the profits that others could make out of them toward itself. And this is why I insist today we need to stop feeding this illusion that there is a good Israel and a bad Israel, a good Israel with whom it's okay to do business, while if you cross the green line and you get into the colonies, then it becomes problematic. No, it's Israel which commits violations of the right of self-determination, which maintains an unlawful occupation, which advances annexation, and therefore it's Israel which today must face sanctions, divestment, and based on what civil society is increasingly and successfully doing, boycotts.
This is
Yes.
also one of the key reasons why we push for BDS and why the Zionist state side, Wasserman Schultz being one of the most obvious because she has submitted several bills on this fact. Wasserman Schultz, for all the things that she's done badly in Congress, her attempts to criminalize people who practice BDS may be as bad as anything that she has done. And she's not the only one, but this is common practice. They know that bank divestment sanctions is actually how Israel is going to break.
Boycott, divestment.
Boycott. I said bank? I know. Yes. Boycott divestment sanctions. But yes, that's what we need to do.
No, Tony, not that. But we still have, I want to say there's like 36 states that have
Have a law on the books.
they have anti-BDS legislation in their state laws. Florida, of course, is one. And yeah, it's been a problem for years.
Yep.
The report exposes an economy of occupation which has turned into an economy of genocide. For decades, Israel has advanced its settler colonial project, enabled, facilitated, supported by a network of private entities, which range from the arms sector, Elbit system, Lockheed Martin, surveillance sector, Palantir.
There he is.
Uh,
There he is. Let me tell you, I'll never forget the time that he got confronted. Remember on the 92nd Y when he was giving that speech on the Upper East Side?
pleased.
He looked as, did I kill some of your family?
He was like definitely like enjoying
He was like enjoying. He was getting off on it.
Yeah,
He was like,
he was
yeah.
just-
You mean I killed some of your family?
He had no give a shit.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, a total psychopath. Like a psychopath.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a difference between a person who's a sociopath who does it as a means to an end, whereas a psychopath actually enjoys committing those crimes. Hence American Psycho, you know? But he's like American Psycho. That's what I see. I see a different form of Patrick Bateman when I look at Alex Carr.
He's definitely creepy.
100%.
Whose tools, techniques, and equipment have been used to forcibly displace the Palestinians from their lands, to destroy their lands and livelihoods, their homes, and then to segregate and surveil them with walls, fences, CCTV cameras, etc. And then they have been replaced. So they have been displaced and replaced, and in a way in which the private sector has proven instrumental in creating a new habitat, a new ecosystem made of homes, services, infrastructures, where Israeli Jews and others and their partners, their associates, have replaced the Palestinians. Think of the construction of the colonies, roads, water and electricity infrastructure, extracting Palestinian natural resources, and then producing goods and services and circulating them, connecting to a domestic, regional, and international sets of markets. If Palestine was a crime scene, it would have the fingerprints of all of us.
You're not kidding. And The other thing that I think is so true is that it's the theft of culture, it's the theft of ideas. There is nothing real about Israel. It's all fake. It's all made up, which is why you have people like Daniela Weiss who go on and say, this was promised to us by God 3,000 years ago.
Oh my God.
Ah!
She's so gross.
Yes.
She's like a ghoul.
Well, if anybody deserves to not only be in The Hague, but to have a public execution a la Mussolini, she would be the type of person, along with Ben-Gvir, Netanyahu, and Smirnish. Smoltrich, you know, same shit. Line them all up, baby. They all got what's coming to them, that's for sure.